Here we go. So we're going to just start seated and take your time to settle in. And close your eyes and just take a few grounding breaths as you begin. So just start to bring your awareness to that space right behind your heart. Relax your jaw. And just taking this opportunity to become really aware of your body. Focus on lengthening your spine, drawing your shoulders back, just really gently without force. Deepening your breath, feeling that expansion, rib cage, nice and wide, broad, and think laterally when you breathe, just kind of imagine you're breathing wider. When you inhale, expand and widen. It's just like in your imagination, if you can picture, I feel like a lot of yoga is actually like using our imagination sometimes, especially when we do resistance work, which we'll do a little of today. So the imagination can be a really important factor in our yoga practice. So just be open to whatever comes up here. Set aside whatever it is you brought in with you. Set aside past and future and just focus on right now. And start to deepen and lengthen through the breathing, through the spine and the breath, inhales and the exhales, and just settle into this moment. And if your tongue is pressing into the roof of your mouth, release it. If you feel your shoulders start to hike up, just gently, without, aggressively, just gently let them roll back down. And enjoy just finding this moment of stillness before we start to move. Start to lift your chin a little higher and then drop your chin a little lower. Keep your eyes closed, roll your right ear to the right and then left ear to the left, and then start to make some small movements in your neck. Just releasing any tension through your upper back and around your neck. You can go all the way around if your neck is okay with that. Making big circles. And rotate your gaze to the right. So you're turning, getting into that left side, and then rotate your gaze to the left. Come back to center and move your chin forward, and then hug it back. Like funky chicken. Move it forward, hug it back. And one more time, move it forward, hug it back. Good. And then find center again and just feel a little looser maybe through the muscles in your neck. And take another deep breath there to settle just a little more deeply into your body. And let's inhale, sweep the arms up and stretch. And exhale, cactus. Line up your elbows with your shoulders, and without straining in your neck, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down and feel for activating the muscles in your upper back without flaring your rib cage out. So draw the low ribs in, but lifting the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let's bring the elbows and the palms together as tightly as you can and press them together. Drop your chin, press them together, round your spine. Inhale back into your cactus. Lift your chest. Exhale, press your forearms and palms together. Elbows squeeze, chin in, round a little in your upper back. One more. Inhale, open everything up. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Activate the muscles in the front of your chest as well. Exhale, squeeze everything together. Now keep this as tightly as you can, palms, forearms, elbows, and start to straighten the arms in front of you without releasing the squeeze. And hold for 3, activating the muscles. For 2, arms reaching forward towards me. Woo! And 1, gently let it go. Hello. Take a couple breaths, just shake it out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Relaxing the shoulders. Let those muscles relax and observe where you feel, what you feel, and just taking that opportunity to soften, okay? And then from here, we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna come into your eagle arms. If you want to, you can switch the cross of your legs, just because we've been here for a little while, but if you're comfortable, you don't have to. And we're gonna take the arms in front of us, and take your right arm over your left like eagle. And I want you to press your forearms together and squeeze them together as best you can. And then imagine you're pulling your elbows apart. Inhale, lift it up. Everything lifts together. So don't throw your neck out of alignment. Squeeze the forearms together, but draw the elbows apart. And exhale, curl in and round like you're doing a cat pose. Squeeze your forearms together. Pull the elbows apart. Inhale, rise up, pause. You're going to tilt your arms to the right. Drop your left ear to the left. And breathe for 3. Keep squeezing. For 2. Come back to center. Unwind, bring your arms in front of you, left over right. Squeeze the forearms together, pull the elbows apart. Lift everything up and lift through the chest. Inhale there, squeezing. Exhale, round and curl, squeeze. Inhale, come back up, moving as slowly as we can. Exhale, round, squeeze the forearm, pull the elbows apart. Inhale, come back up to center, tilt your arms to the left, right ear to your right. And breathe, keep squeezing for 3, 2. And slowly come back up to center, gently, slowly unwind. And just shake it out or let them rest. Relax, deep breaths just to settle. Observe where you feel that. Good. And then from here, we're going to come forward to hands and knees. And on hands and knees, I want you to bring your forearms down. So forearms down on your mat. And then I want you to imagine you have a block between your 2 elbows and you're squeezing that block with your elbows, but you're pulling your hands apart. So squeeze the imaginary block between your elbows, press the arms and hands into the floor, but then pull the hands apart and then draw your low ribs in, activate your core. Soften your neck. Keep those actions and breathe. 5, 4, soften the face, pull the hands apart, elbows together. 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up to hands and knees. Widen your knees, child's pose. Reach your arms forward and sway a little side to side. Press your hips back. I want you to get a little open in your hips here. So as wide as you can with your knees, as wide as possible. And just rock a little side to side. Reach through your fingertips. Sway a little here. Walk your hands to the right and reach through that left arm. Bend your right elbow, bring the right hand back a ways so you can walk your left hand more forward and drop your head again. And then reach through the left. Reach as far as you can. Feel that through the outer seam of your left armpit, all the way down through your left hip. Use your right fingertips to help rotate the right side of your chest up a little higher. Walk back to center. Walk to your left. Bend your left elbow down as you reach through your right fingertips and use the left hand to really rotate, push the left side of the chest. Drop your head, but let that right arm reach and stretch. Grip through the fingertips so you're actively pressing in your right hand. Let your neck go, rotate, reach, breathe. And let's come on back up to hands and knees from here. So from here, just shake it out a little bit, maybe find a little movement, little kind of rotations in your pelvis, and just releasing any residual gripping. Okay, then we're gonna find our proper tabletop from here. We'll reach our right leg back behind you, float it, hug your low ribs in, inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, right knee to chest, but I want you to look to your left. You're gonna take your right leg, bring it in front of the left, and squeeze the thighs together. So now I'm in like a little curtsy. Okay. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale into your cow pose like this. Kick your tailbone up. Exhale, round in your cat. Your range of motion might not be as much through this sequence. Inhale, heart forward, cow pose. Exhale, squeeze the thighs together and round. One more like that. Inhale. Press into your fingertips. Exhale, squeeze and round. Now from here, I want you to walk your feet apart. Keep the thighs as they are, connected. Walk your feet apart. Now, if you want, you can grab a block and bring it right underneath your butt. We're gonna sit down. So my right knee is over my left. If this is totally inaccessible, I want you to straighten out your left knee and keep your right on top. Okay? Otherwise, if you want to stay here, we're going to stay here. Wherever you are, your right knee is on top, and you're just going to sit up nice and tall, squeeze those thighs together, and press your feet into the floor. Just press them into the floor. Left arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So you just take your left elbow, and you can bring your palms together if you want. You can just bring your hands down to touch something, your leg, the floor. Take your twist, lengthen your spine, and lift your chest. Take a few breaths, press your feet into the floor, and squeeze your thighs together. 3, 2, and 1. Very gently and slowly unwind, lift up, inhale. Little forward fold as you exhale. Squeeze your thighs together. As you forward fold, look forward. I want you to walk your hands forward, squeeze your thighs together. We're going to pull ourselves as best you can, and if this doesn't work, don't do it. But if you can come back to that position that we started in, bring the feet back a little closer together. Bring your right knee to your chest. So just reversing it, and then send the right leg back. Inhale, exhale, right knee to the floor. Take a breath, maybe sway it out. Left leg lifts, inhale, stretch it back, nice and strong, low ribs in, push the floor away. Exhale, left knee to chest. You're gonna swing that left foot over the right knee, squeeze the left thigh into the right, okay? Stay this way and find a few rounds of your cat and cow. Squeeze the thighs together, inhale, cow, and round, exhale, push, widen the upper back, inhale. Exhale, press into the thumbs. Inhale, squeeze, lift. Exhale, and round. Good. Find neutral and just kick those feet as far away from each other as possible. And just really carefully walk yourself back. Maybe slide a block underneath and sit on a block. Otherwise, either meet me here with left on top, or here with left on top, okay? So either way, wherever you are, take a moment to settle. Squeeze your thighs together. Left hand will be behind you. Right arm up, inhale. And we're gonna find our twist. So twisting to your left, any arm variation, and twist from the rib cage, not the neck. Squeeze the thighs together, press your feet into your mat. Lift your chest, neck is nice and long. For 3, keep it active, squeeze and press. 2, and 1, come on out of it. Take a moment to sit up nice and tall, big inhale. Forward fold, exhale, just a brief moment here in your forward fold, any amount. Take another breath, look forward, and just prepare to exit. So however you need to come out of it, you come forward, maybe back into that original position if you can. You're gonna bring your left knee to your chest, unwind, push the floor away, and then send the left leg back, stretch it, inhale. And exhale, left knee down. And once you come down to hands and knees, take a few moments, rotate or child's pose, just breathe. Wag your tail. And when you're ready, curl your toes under and let's meet in down dog. So however you want to get there, come into your down dog. Maybe bend and straighten the knees, pedal it out. Reach through your arms and take a few deep breaths here. Feel all the way up from your feet to your hips, from your hips down your spine, through your arms into your fingertips. Press into your thumbs and reach. Inhale, come into your plank pose. Strengthening the upper back, you can drop your knees, strengthen the legs, chest forward. Take a few breaths just to hang here. Push the floor away, sternum forward, collarbones wide. Let your neck release. Another big inhale. Down dog, exhale, press it up and back. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Lift your heels up high. Start to curl your tailbone under and round yourself forward into your plank. Look forward and then bend your knees and press with your hips up and back. Lift your heels, round forward through your cat and then lead with your hips and your butt to press up and back. Take a few rounds, rolling plank and then up through cow to dog. Inhale, use your breath. Any way that suits you. The breath can even be reversed. You can inhale back up and exhale forward. It's up to you. Feel the whole spine, strengthen the upper back. Take one more. And then we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, hold for 3, press into the hands. 2. And 1, tent your right fingertips, step your right foot through, and drop the left knee down. And just pause here for a moment. And take a couple deep breaths. If you want, you can grab blocks for underneath your hands to lift your chest just a little higher. And just keep your back toes curled under for this moment. Inhale. Exhale, lift your back knee, bring your hands inside of your right foot and keep yourself tall. So I like to be on fingertips. Squeeze your right knee into your right arm, back leg strong. Chest forward, inhale. And then straighten the legs as you exhale. Your hands are inside of your right leg. Let your head go. Keep both of your legs strong like you're squeezing a block. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Push into both of your feet, really strongly pressing the floor away. Look forward, rebend your right knee, left hand down, and right arm up for a twist. So drop your right hip, get it heavy, and then press your left thigh up. Push the left hand into the floor. Reach through your right fingertips, up, up, up. Rotate through the right side of your chest. Keep it really strong in that left hip. Take a nice big breath. Exhale, right hand down. We're gonna frame the right foot, so you may wanna walk the right foot in a ways, back to center. Look forward, stepping your left foot, and we're gonna hover the left foot. We're not gonna bring it all the way to the floor, but step through like you're gonna come to Tadasana, except we're gonna stand up with that left knee to our chest. Press into your right big toe and grab that left knee. And just take a moment to stand up nice and tall. Squeeze your right glutes. Let go of your left knee. Start to kick the heel in, toes out. So we're externally rotating in that left hip. And we're going to take the left ankle to the right knee and bend the right knee and sit back in a figure four. And if you have a wall near you, in front of you like I do, you can hold on to it. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So you're just going to stretch that outer left hip, release your neck, take another deep breath. Good. Keep the right knee bent. Lift your chest like you're going to stand up. We're just going to lift the left ankle off the right knee. Hoo, 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 keeping the shape. And then you're going to come back, internally rotate. So now my hip is facing forward again. Feet step down, Utkatasana. Take your hands outside of your knees for this Utkatasana. I want you to press your hands into your knees and your knees back into your hands. So push in, press out. So hands press, knees resist. You should feel that in your outer hips for 3. Strong. 2. And 1. Forward fold. Release, ragdoll, bend your knees, drop your head. Maybe take your elbows. Breathe. Soften your knees as much as you want to allow your low back to really release and drape. Release your arms. Toe heel your feet in. Keep your knees slightly bent. Push your chest forward. Keep your neck long. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Keep pressing your feet into the mat. Release your head all the way. Press down to rise up. Inhale, reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes, breathe in. And exhale, release your arms by your sides. Take a breath here. Soften your face. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bent knees, release your chin to your chest. Inhale, strong flat back. Exhale, hands down, down dog. Let's step back. In your down dog, just pedal it out for a few moments. Look forward, shift forward, plank pose, inhale, keep it strong, collarbones forward, lower, exhale, all the way to the mat, however you like to get there. Fingertips wide for your oscillating cobra, so elbows up, inhale, lift, keep your pelvis rooted. Exhale, lower legs strong. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down, lift up. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Press your hands down under your shoulders. Hands and knees, curl your toes. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Take a few breaths here. Come back to your breath. Imagine you're trying to rip the mat apart, pushing with your hands, pulling back with your feet. They're reaching in opposite directions. Get those hips nice and high. Left leg lifts. Keep the front of the hip long for 3. Maybe drop the right heel a little lower. Push through the hands, 2. And 1. Look forward. Tent your left fingertips and step that left foot through. Right knee to the mat. Pause and breathe. Just take a few moments here. Take a few breaths. Lift the chest. Settle in. Hug the inner thighs towards the midline. Relax your jaw. Take a big inhale. And then we're gonna lift our back knee. Bring your hands inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out a little bit. Lift your back knee. Pull the chest forward. Back leg strong. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And then straighten the knees and fold inside. So it's a little wider. Drop your head. Press down through your feet. Keep it really strong, that press. Release your neck all the way. Breathe. Try not to let the big toe edge of your left foot peel off of the mat. Root it down. Keeping the inner thighs squeezing towards each other, but the outer hips kind of moving away from each other, if that makes sense. Lift your gaze. Bend your left knee, right hand down. Keep the legs really strong. Left hip heavy, right thigh strong, left arm up. Reach it up as high as it'll go. Push into that right hand and rotate through the left side of the chest without taking that left hip with you. And breathe. Find a good place for your gaze, your focus to be so your neck doesn't feel cranked. Take another breath in. Exhale, left hand down. We're going to walk that left foot back in. So the left hand now will frame the left foot. You're going to look forward, inhale. Step the right foot forward as if you're going to step into your forward fold, but we're going to float it for a sec. And we're going to rise up, standing on our left foot. So as slow as you can, press into the left big toe. And just nice and easy, bring that right knee up into your chest, hold on to it, and firm your outer left hip in. Take a moment to find your balance. Soften your jaw. Squeeze your glutes. Keep the right knee where it is, releasing the arms. Flex the ankle, and you're going to spin the heel in, toes out. So externally rotating through that right hip. Bend your left knee a little bit and find your figure four. And you can make it a balance. You can bring your hands to the wall. You can also bring your hands to the floor or block. Just drop in until you feel that in your outer right hip. And breathe. Soften your jaw. Firm your outer right hip feels the stretch. Outer left hip is really firming in. We're going to lift the gaze. Start to rise back up without releasing the pose just yet. Just lift the right foot off of the left knee. And then start to internally rotate again. Place the right foot down, Utkatasana. Drop your hips, hands outside of your knees. Press and resist. So drop your butt, press and resist for 3. I want you to feel this. 2 and 1. Forward fold. Keep the knees bent. Drop your head. Maybe shake your butt out. Maybe shake your legs out a little bit. Release your neck. Take a few moments. Maybe sway. Maybe be still. Breathe. Inhale. Strong flat back. Press. Lift the chest. Exhale. Refold. Low ribs in. Press down to rise up. Inhale all the way to standing and reach. Exhale. Release your hands. Stay standing. Take a breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Down dog. Step it back. Again, just pedal it out for a few rounds of breath. Pedal and shift. Release the neck. And from here, inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Hold for a breath. Push the floor away, legs strong. Collarbones forward, and then lower all the way down as you exhale. Roll the inner shoulders back and up and away from the mat. Legs ground down. Anchor and root and come up. Pull the floor back towards you as you lift up into your cobra. Elbows bent in towards your ribs. Pull the floor back. Pull your chest forward. Shoulders down. And hold for 3. You should feel this in the backs of your arms. 2, low ribs in. Belly strong. And 1, come all the way down. Inhale, hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Right leg lifts. This time, we're gonna firm the outer left hip in as you lift your right leg. Bend your right knee. Instead of opening through the right hip, I want you to scoop your left hip under. Bring your left hip like it's coming towards the right. And use that to rotate open through the right side of the pelvis. So scoop the left under, rotate, you're just squeezing your heel to your butt, push equally through your hands, look under your right armpit. Take a breath. Squeeze the left hip in, look forward, tent your right fingertips, and come on, forward and through. Right foot between your hands. Take a moment in your lunge, chest forward, release your neck. Take a breath in, settle into your feet. We're gonna rise up to crescent lunge as you're ready. Shoulders come up over hips. Take your time here to get stacked. Arms reach up. And just take a few breaths in your crescent lunge. Back knee can be bent. You can start to straighten your back knee out and lift the front rim of the pelvis up towards your low ribs. Keep the length in the tail a little bit. Low ribs draw in, but chest lifts up. Now from here, scoop your right hip under, and it's like you're bringing your right hip to the left, and use that to open into warrior 2. So just different, same transitions, but working them a little differently to find a little more stability. So find your warrior 2. Soften your face and jaw. Work those inner thighs by hugging the heels towards one another. Good. Left hand to your left hip. Straighten your right knee and walk your left foot in just a couple of inches. From here, you're gonna inhale, slide your right hand down, press firmly into the feet like you're coming into triangle. Exhale, bring it back up, press into the feet, working the sides of the body. Inhale, slide it down. Exhale, pull it up. Option to reach the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, pull it up. We're going to slide it down and just pause in Trikonasana. And then rotate from the left side of the chest. Stand firmly through the inner edge of the front foot, outer edge of the back foot. Reach, 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 back of the neck long for 3. Firm that. Scoop the right hip under. Bring the back of your pelvis forward a little bit. Get out of the flared rib cage if that's your tendency. Good. Look forward and down. We're going to drop the left hand, re-lunge. So pivot off of your back heel. Bend your right knee. Inhale, chest forward, prepare, maybe float the hands. We're gonna come back up into our crescent lunge just for a moment. From here, inhale, hands to your heart, lean forward. We're gonna come through warrior 3. So any arms, again, if you're close to the wall, use the wall. Firm your right hip in. So we're gonna take a funky transition. You're just gonna keep your left leg lifting, scooping your right hip under. Don't try and open your left hip, just scoop your right hip under and rotate the pelvis towards the left for Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, so you're just rotating the pelvis, scoop the right hip under, squeeze it in, and just keep lifting the left leg. Any amount for 3. Right hand can be down, you can be floating, 2. We're gonna bend the right knee, keep the shape, stand up, 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 and just step forward to your Tadasana. And give it a little shake. Inhale here. Long exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, shift forward to plank, chest forward, legs strong. Exhale, lower all the way down. Anchor your legs, root your pelvis down, pull the floor back, lift up, cobra pose. Inhale, just one breath, and we'll meet in down dog as you exhale. Take another deep breath in your down dog. This time, left leg lifts. And instead of just lifting your left leg, bending your knee and rotating the hip open, I want you to bend your knee, squeeze your outer right hip in, and just rotate from the pelvis, reaching through the left arm, chin in towards the armpit, and just squeeze the heel into your butt. Squeeze the right hip under, just like we were just doing. And not feeling like you're working that from the left hip, but from the right more than anything. Take a big breath. Tent your left fingertips, look forward, and just slow as you can, step it through. Pause when you get here. Take a moment, find your footing. As you're ready, we're going to rise up to our crescent lunge. Take your time. Press down into your feet and squeeze. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs. Soften your jaw, soften your neck, but reach, activate through the upper back and the shoulders. Focus on your outer left hip, starting to scoop it under, rotating the right side of the pelvis out and bringing the left side of the pelvis to the right to come into your warrior two. Keeping the left foot exactly as it is. Find your warrior two from here. And just find center, lunge, find those inner arches, hug, inner thighs, activate. Feeling just a little lighter, but strong still and grounded. Take your right hand to your right hip, straighten your left knee, and walk your right foot in a little bit. Inhale, slide your left hand down, keep pressing firmly into the feet. Go down as low as you can go. Exhale, pull it all the way up. Inhale, slide it down, long spine. Exhale, pull it up. Option to reach the right arm up as you do this. Inhale. Exhale, scoop that left hip under. Inhale. Exhale, long neck. Inhale. Exhale, pull it up. This time, inhale, lower. And we're going to hold Trikonasana and reach, scoop that left shoulder blade onto your back, reach through the right arm, press down equally and firmly through your feet. Long neck, draw your low ribs in, no flaring. Take another deep breath. Look forward and down. Right hand down. Back heel lifts, bend your left knee, you're back in that low lunge. We're going to rise up through crescent. So as you're ready, come on up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Front of the pelvis lifts up. Exhale, hands to heart, or you can even bring your hands to your left thigh. And we're going to transition into our warrior three. Coming forward, you can use the wall if you're lucky enough to be near one. Draw your low ribs in. And then from here, scooping your left hip under, just lifting your right leg and rotating. Let's take the pelvis and lift and turn from the pelvis into your Ardha Chandrasana. So the back leg, don't do anything with that back hip. Do the work from the bottom hip and just lift the top leg. And breathe. Any position with the arms. 3, 2, lift the gaze, start to stand up, rotate the pelvis forward and just come to standing. Shake it out. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Refold. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. From here, you're going to take your arms out in front of you like we did earlier. Right on top of left, eagle arms. Squeeze your forearms together and pull those elbows apart. So keeping your feet just slightly apart, bend your knees and drop your hips. Now I want you to remember when you had your palms outside of your knees. You're pressing your hands into your knees and your knees are resisting and pushing out as your hands press in. Get that same sensation. So I want you to feel that in your outer hips. Standing on your right foot, keep that. Bring your left knee over and squeeze. Find your eagle, Garudasana. Drop your hips. Keep your steady gaze. Squeeze your forearms together. Pull your elbows apart. Squeeze your thighs together. Outer hips apart for 3, 2, upper back broad. We're going to take this into a warrior 3. Keep the arms. Unwind the legs. Kick that left heel back as best you can. Bend your right knee to stabilize the right hip a little bit if you want. Draw the low ribs in for 3, 2, start to bend the right knee as deep and slow as you can. Step the left foot back slowly. Option to drop the back heel for more of a warrior 1 stance, or you can keep it lifted for more of a crescent. 1 more breath in. Unwind the arms slowly, as slow as you can. Hands to the floor. Come into your pyramid pose. Back foot steps forward slightly. Straighten both of your knees and maybe walk your feet slightly further away from the midline. Inhale, chest forward. Press the feet down. And exhale, fold. Activate the muscles along the right kneecap, around the right kneecap, so as not to hyper extend or lock out your front knee. Good, lift the gaze. Pivot off of that back heel. So now you're kind of like, bend the right knee a little, you're like in a little teeny tiny low lunge. And we're gonna stand back up on that right leg just for a moment. So you're gonna bring your left knee into your chest. One more time. And one more time from here. Externally rotate, heel in, toes out. You're gonna come into that figure 4. Hands to your heart. Take a few deep breaths. Sit deep into that right hip, butt back, chest forward. From here, either you can hold on to your shin with your left hand or grab your left big toe with the first 2 fingers, stand back up, bring that left knee up, but keep that external rotation. And you can just hang here. Right arm can reach out. You can hold on to the wall if that's nearby. If you want, you can extend for 3, 2, bend your left knee, release the fingers, the hands, the grasp, bring the knee forward, and then feet down, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in, and long breath out. Deep breath in, and out. One more, in, and out. Circle your arms up, inhale. Forward fold, soften the knees, exhale. Inhale, strong flat back. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Maybe a little back bend. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Bring your arms in front of you again. This time, left on top of right for eagle arms. Squeeze your forearms together. Pull your elbows apart. Pause. Bend both knees.
Find the Utkatasana with resistance, so the outer hips start to turn on. It takes a sec to find. Just reimagine someone else's hands pressing your outer knees in, and you're resisting, resisting, and resisting. We're going to stand on our left foot and lift your right knee up. Keep that resistance going, and hook the right thigh over your left thigh, and squeeze your thighs together. Keep the upper back broad. Keep hugging your shins closer, thighs closer. Outer hips are moving the opposite direction. Isometrically, energetically. For 3, 2. Slowly begin to unwind. Try to keep the arms, keep the balance. Kick your right heel back. Starting to come into your Vira 3. Squeeze your left hip in. Press through your right heel. Draw your lower ribs in. Soften your face. Bend your left knee. Slow, 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 slow. Step the right toes back. Option to drop the right heel. Come more into a warrior 1. Or keep the right heel lifted. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale where you are. Stick with it. Slowly unwind. Really slow. Without rush. Hands to the floor. And shorten your stance a little bit, but widen the feet. So away from the midline, but closer together. Both legs straight, maybe hands to blocks. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, fold. Press your feet into the floor. Release your neck and activate the muscles around your left kneecap. A little bit more. 2 more deep breaths. From here, look forward. Start to come into that little tiny lunge. So bending the left knee again, bringing the right heel back up. We're going to stand up on our left leg. So nice and slow, just starting to rise up. Bring your right knee to your chest, squeeze your left glutes. Externally rotate, so right heel in, toes out. The knee kind of points out. And then find your figure 4 from here. Relax your face, press into that left big toe. Soften your jaw. From here, either grabbing your right knee with your right hand and holding on to it, or hook the right big toe and start to rise up. Bring the knee with you. Keep that external rotation, and you can stay right here, or you can begin to extend. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana B for 3, 2, and 1. Rebend. Let the bind go. Internally rotate. Set the foot down and shake it out. Let's shake out the left ankle. And then shake out the right ankle. And then both feet come back down, shake your butt. Try to shake your whole body. Just shake, 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 shake. And find a moment of stillness in your mountain pose. Take a few deep breaths. Soften your face and jaw. And let's walk the feet a little bit wider apart, toes out, heels in. Come into a squat. Any squat. Malasana, heels can be lifted. You can bring your hands to blocks. You can bring your hands to the floor. Let your spine round a little bit here. And just take a moment to feel into the back body. Get the feet nice and heavy. And then we're going to do the opposite of what we've been doing. So this kind of rounded, closed off front. We're going to look behind you. Reach your right arm as far behind you as it'll go. And lift your hips up. You can even lift your heels. And then slow as you can, you're going to come back to center. And pause. Yeah, give a little push.
Left hand behind you and reach back, lift up. Maybe lift the heels, bring more space into your low back. And then lower the heels. Really nice and slow. You're gonna walk yourself back forward. Let's do one more time each side. Right hand back, lift up, and then lower down. Come back to center. Left arm back, reach, lift up, and lower down. Push your way back. And from here, we're gonna drop right onto our butts. So come on down to your seat. We're gonna find our hands at our heart center and lift your chest up towards your thumbs. Keep your spine nice and long, lean back. Lift your legs up. Knees can be bent, knees can be straight. Lift your chest for 3. Soften your neck and jaw for 2. Lower down, Ardha. Again, knees can be bent. Lift up towards your thumbs. Try and peel the shoulders off of the mat for 3. Feel that in the front of your core for 2. And 1, we're gonna come back up. Back into your Navasana. 3, 2, and 1. Come into a seat for a moment. And I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next. Just really, really, really quick little transition. Don't use your brain too much for this one. And if it doesn't work, we can always come back to it. So I'm sitting like I'm gonna do a version of Marichyasana. My right heel is in front of my left ankle, okay? So I'm just gonna show it to you first. You can try it if you want. We'll do it like a couple times just to get the transition. This is gonna feel really good. So we're gonna go from this to a twisted down dog. So you're twisting to your right, and then I'm gonna spin my arms in the opposite direction. Right hand stays kind of lifted. My feet, I'm not moving my feet, they're just spinning. And then my right hand grabs my left shin, I look under my left armpit, and then I'm just spinning, and I come back into that shape, okay? So, start with me here, twisting to the right. My right hand is behind me, my right heel in front of my left ankle, and then I'm gonna spin to the left. Left hand touches down. I'm gonna spin my feet and reach for my left shin, and then spin my feet back and come back to the twist. Yay! Let's do it again. Spin to the left, spin to the left, look to the left, and then spin back down and to the right, and twist to the right. Do it one more time. Just kind of getting the hang of it. You might kind of end up at the other side of the room, the other side of the mat. That's okay. Come back to center and let's switch. So now my right heel is close to my left sit bone, and my left ankle is in front of my right. And I'm just gonna twist to my left to start. Move down. So twisting to my left. And then I'm gonna spin to my right. This time my right hand is gonna touch down, and my left hand is gonna reach for my right shin as I look under my right armpit. And then I'm gonna spin back into the twist. A few more times at your own pace, and just kind of feel we're pivoting the feet and spinning through the upper body and finding a little fluidity through the movement. Maybe feeling like a little bit like it's a little dance. Do 1 more, 2 more, whatever you have in you. Don't get dizzy. And don't spin out of the room. And then we'll come back. Come back to center. Let's find our little Upavishta Konasana. So straddle your legs. Starting with your hands behind you. And just lift your chest. Press your thighs down. Press your heels down. And again, see if you can activate the muscles along your kneecaps, around your kneecaps there. Take a nice big breath. You can stay right here if this feels like a good stretch for you. Keep it active. You can start to walk it forward, tilting,
from the pelvis, a little rotating the pelvis as you come forward, keeping the legs exactly the same. Take a few deep breaths. And walk yourself back up nice and slow. Soften your knees, bring them towards the center, and let's meet on our backs. And once you get to your back, you can hug your knees into your chest and just give them a little squeeze. And rock a little side to side. Close your eyes. And just take a few moments to feel into settling your spine and settling your shoulders, your head, and your breath. And we'll finish with an easy eagle twist. So swinging your right thigh over your left and just kick your butt over to the right and let your knees drop to the left. And I personally really love to use a block here. And I like to bring the block underneath my top knee and then just float the arms and let the chest lift and lengthen through the whole spine. And take a few deep breaths. And walk it in. Unwind and switch, left over right. Kick your butt to the left. And drop your knees over to the right. And maybe grab something to drop under that. Rest under that left knee and then lift the chest. Float the arms. Soften. And come on back to center. Unwind. Take your feet nice and wide, let your knees knock together and just really gentle swish, little rock side to side just for a moment. And start to set up for your Shavasana from here. So whatever feels best for you, legs up the wall, any props, meditation, you could sit down in a meditation seat, just wherever you are, rest, close your eyes. And release all effort. Relax your jaw. Relax the whole body.
From here, keep your eyes closed and just begin to awaken the breath again. Find small movements in your body again. Just start nice and slow and try and use as little effort as you can to roll over to your right side eventually. Curl up in a little ball. Just observe how you feel. Feel your whole body. And as you're ready, gently press up to your seat again and try to keep your eyes closed if you can. And once you find your seat, take a few moments in stillness and just breathe. Notice if you were caught somewhere in the future at some point or in the past at some point, and try and really resolve to keep your practice really present, to allow it to ground you. So when you step on your mat, that is the main goal, I guess you could say. Breathe, be present, to observe yourself impartially. Take your hands together at your heart and bow in. As a simple gesture of humility, take a big breath in through your nose. Long sigh, exhale. Thank you for being here. Namaste.